What's up, wrestling fans? You're watching Fight Talks News, the one-stop spot for every WWE headline and showdown. Subscribe now and ring that bell. Let's get started. Monday Night Raw delivered a moment that immediately captured the attention of wrestling fans everywhere. What unfolded wasn't just a regular storyline or a scripted rivalry. It was an event that highlighted tensions, ego, and the challenges of balancing established stars with rising talent. Seth Rollins, a veteran and former champion, was involved in an incident with Bron and Bronson that has left fans buzzing and the locker room talking. While WWE will present one version of this story on television, the real takeaway lies in understanding the characters, motivations, and backstage dynamics that shaped this dramatic moment. The rising stars, Bron and Bronson. To understand the significance of what happened, it's crucial to recognize the place Bron and Bronson hold in WWE. Breakker, a second-generation wrestler with a strong amateur background, has been impressing fans with his athleticism, consistency, and dedication. Every match he competes in demonstrates his ability to carry a program and captivate an audience. Meanwhile, has overcome setbacks, including previous releases, to prove himself as a dominant presence in the ring. Both men have been climbing steadily, building momentum, and connecting with fans in ways that suggest they are future main event stars. Their energy, hunger, and commitment make them symbols of the next generation of WWE talent. The backstage confrontation. Earlier this week at the Raw taping, a tense backstage interaction occurred between Breakker and Reed. They were in the middle of a competitive discussion, typical of athletes striving to assert themselves and navigate the challenges of a roster filled with talent. It was a moment that reflected the drive, focus, and ambition required to succeed in professional wrestling. Both men were demonstrating their abilities and striving to make an impression, which is exactly what you want from your rising stars. This was a clash born of passion, determination, and the natural competitive instincts that define professional athletes. Seth Rollins intervention. Enter Seth Rollins, one of WWE's established veterans. Rollins has been a central figure in WWE for over a decade, earning multiple championships and holding a prominent place in the company's landscape. Known for his athleticism, charisma, and storytelling ability, he has mentored younger talent and guided numerous performers throughout his career. During this particular incident, Rollins intervened, not to guide or teach, but in a way that escalated the situation. WWE's cameras and production will likely frame this as dramatic and impactful, emphasizing the tension, the personalities, and the competitive narrative between the wrestlers. Understanding motivations and legacy. The heart of this story lies in the clash between experience and ambition. Seth Rollins, as a seasoned performer, is aware of the challenges that come with staying at the top of WWE. Younger talent, like Breakker and Reed, represents both opportunity and competition. Rollins' motivations, whether scripted for television or influenced by backstage dynamics, are rooted in the classic wrestling tension of legacy versus the next generation. This is not about harm. It's about illustrating the pressures veterans feel when rising stars threaten to redefine the roster hierarchy and the dynamics of main event storytelling. The role of WWE storytelling professional wrestling is built on the interplay of characters, storylines, and audience engagement. WWE thrives on creating moments where fans can emotionally invest in the outcomes, cheer for heroes, and rally against perceived villains. The segment involving Rollins, Breakker, and Reed is a textbook example of building drama. Television storytelling often amplifies personal conflicts, turning everyday competition into narrative arcs that explore themes of ambition, loyalty, and respect. This particular incident highlights the tension between established stars and newcomers in a way that emphasizes character and narrative rather than physical conflict. The generational clash Breakker and Reed represent the future, while Rollins embodies experience and history. Wrestling has always relied on this interplay to create compelling stories. Newer talent seeks to prove themselves, veterans aim to maintain their legacy, and the fans get to witness the drama unfold. This interaction is a reflection of that dynamic. Rollins' role, whether intentional or part of a larger storyline, provides context for the natural push and pull between those climbing the ladder and those who have already reached the top. It emphasizes the importance of mentorship, guidance, and the challenges of passing the torch gracefully. Leadership and mentorship in wrestling. Seth Rollins' role as a veteran also invites a discussion about leadership and mentorship. Experienced performers are expected to guide the next generation, offering advice, sharing insights, and helping newer talent navigate the complexities of the industry. While television framing may highlight conflict, the real-world context is about learning, growth, and the transfer of knowledge. This incident underscores the tension inherent in balancing personal ambition with mentorship responsibilities, a central theme in many wrestling narratives. Timing and strategic storytelling. The timing of this segment, occurring in the lead-up to the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania season, is significant. WWE carefully constructs storylines to maximize drama, fan engagement, and anticipation for major events. Breaker and Reed were positioned for upward momentum, and Rollins' involvement adds tension, stakes, and unpredictability. This creates a storyline that keeps viewers invested while also exploring themes of rivalry, competition, and ambition, all within the framework of professional wrestling entertainment. The broader implications. Beyond the immediate story, this incident highlights larger trends in WWE's approach to building talent. Balancing established stars with emerging performers is a delicate task. Fans want to see fresh matchups, new champions, and innovative storytelling, while the company must also honor its veterans and legacy characters. Moments like this illuminate the challenges of navigating these competing interests and demonstrate how WWE crafts narratives that satisfy multiple objectives simultaneously. Professionalism and athleticism. It's important to recognize the skill, professionalism, and athleticism required for such segments. All performers involved, including Rollins, Breaker, and Reed, demonstrate remarkable coordination, timing, and awareness to convey drama safely and effectively. Wrestling is a performance art, blending athletic skill with character work, improvisation, and storytelling. Every interaction, gesture, and expression is calculated to communicate tension, emotion, and narrative progression, ensuring fans remain engaged while performers maintain safety. Conclusion. Moving forward. The incident between Seth Rollins, Bron Breaker, and Bronson Reed is a vivid example of professional wrestling's unique blend of storytelling, athleticism, and drama. It highlights the challenges of balancing veteran status with emerging talent, the importance of audience engagement, and the strategic timing of high-stakes segments. For fans, it is an opportunity to appreciate the depth of character work, the nuances of backstage dynamics, and the skill required to execute compelling television. For the performers involved, it is a chance to grow, adapt, and solidify their positions in WWE's evolving landscape. This is not just a moment on Raw. It is a reflection of wrestling as a living, dynamic art form that thrives on tension, ambition, and the pursuit of excellence.